doesn't make you weak. It teaches you how to love the right way. We're taught that pain is something to avoid. If something hurts, step back. If love ends, don't try again. If your heart breaks, close it. And slowly, we learn to fear pain, like it means we're weak or not good enough or just unlucky. But what if pain isn't here to punish you? What if it's here to teach you something? Pain doesn't make you smaller. It brings out who you really are. When life is easy, we smile, we share, we love without thinking too much. But only when something breaks, a relationship ends, a promise is broken, or silence falls where words used to be, do we truly meet ourselves? Science even shows that heartbreak activates the same areas in the brain as physical injury. That's why it feels so real. Your chest tightens, your body feels heavy. But here's the thing, your brain also adapts. It starts to rebuild your emotional balance. It begins healing, silently, naturally, patiently. So no, this pain you feel, it's not weakness, it's growth. And sometimes pain is the only thing strong enough to help you see. What you thought was love might have been something else. Maybe it was just attachment. Maybe it was fear of being alone. Maybe it was comfort, not connection. Many of us love because we don't want to feel empty. We need someone, not because they're right, but because we're scared to be left behind. Pain helps us see the truth. It gently, or sometimes brutally, reminds us that love built on fear isn't really love at all. Real love doesn't make you smaller. It doesn't silence you. It doesn't require you to prove your worth every day. Pain teaches you to stop calling it love when it's actually need. It shows you the difference between choosing someone and clinging to them. And maybe, for the first time, you realize you don't want to be saved. You want to be met equally, openly, fully. Oh, and that's where another lesson from pain comes in. Boundaries. Because after getting hurt, you begin to see what you allowed that you shouldn't have. All the things you accepted just to keep the peace. All the pieces of yourself you gave away to feel wanted. Pain doesn't just break you. It shows you where your edges are. And in that clarity, you begin to remember your worth. Not the kind someone gives you, but the kind you've always had. Quiet, strong, unshakable. You realize you don't have to shrink to be loved. You don't have to overextend to be chosen. And from there, something shifts. You begin to love differently. When you've been left, you know how much silence hurts. When you've been lied to, you know how deep confusion cuts. When you've had to hold your own heart in your hands, you learn to handle others with more care. You become more thoughtful, more gentle, more honest. You start communicating clearly because you know what being misunderstood feels like. You're no longer afraid to say what you need because you know the cost of not speaking up. And maybe most importantly, you learn to let go when staying would only hurt more. You stop chasing what's walking away. You stop begging for crumbs because now you know you can be whole on your own. And that might be the deepest gift of pain. It brings you back to yourself. You learn how to be alone, not as a punishment, but as a choice. You rediscover the things you once loved: music, books, walking, journaling. You reconnect with who you are outside of someone else's shadow. You realize the love you were looking for, it starts with how you treat yourself. Pain opens a quiet door, and through it, you find the version of you who doesn't need fixing. Just space, just understanding, just care. You stop trying to become lovable and start remembering you already are. Oh, and you're not the only one. Because here's the truth. No one makes it through life without pain. Not the happiest couple you follow online. Not the friend who always seems fine. Not even the people who once hurt you. They felt it too. Everyone carries something, a scar, a story, a silence. You're not alone in this. Pain doesn't mean you're broken. It means you were brave enough to feel and strong enough to keep going. So if you're still hurting, still healing, take your time. You don't have to rush. You don't have to explain. You're allowed to rest. Because what's happening now isn't the end. It's a turning point. You're not falling apart. You're falling into truth. You're becoming someone who knows how to love deeply, honestly, wisely. Someone who knows when to hold on and when to let go. Someone who can care fully without losing themselves. Someone who has scars but still chooses softness. And maybe that version of you is the strongest one yet. You're not weak. You're not behind. You're just learning to love in a new way. The right way.